Welcome back to Beekeeping Basics with Danny. So, just a short video today. We're going to have a look into the number one hive, and we're going to check to see if that F1 buckfast queen is in there and she's laying. So let's get in and have a look. Okay, so do have two lids. There's a lot of earwigs in there today. It's always good. But we do have two lids, just so when we put on the super stand, if we're shuffling them around, it keeps them off the floor for the minute. So if we just do that, so we've got a nice, clean, fresh hive tool, as always. Things falling out the tree, I can hear. So busy up the top here. I've got a bee buzzing around me, just one single bee. She's slightly annoyed with me for some reason. Might because I dropped the hive tool down on the nuke box quite hard. So this was one that I drew out. That super there was one that I drew out. So what am I going to do is I'm going to put that one there. For a minute, because I may want to use that one first. So as I say, we spun a lot of these out. There was a lot on here that we were still working on, that we just shuffled about and done what we needed to do with. I did put this one on a hope that on top of the queen excluder, on a hope that they would start filling it with nectar sooner rather than later. Let's just have a little look. So they haven't. By the looks of it, I mean, it has only been days. There's a lot of nectar down in the bottom that I was hoping that they was going to bring up to the top here, but all they've been really doing is cleaning them. So okay, I've got the room there to bring it all up, so I won't worry too much with that for the minute. So we'll put that on there, we'll put that on there, and then we'll put the crown ball back on, because there is wasps and stuff flying around. You know how annoying they get. So a few ants. So we're really hoping then that we do have our queen on here. Not sure what that is falling out of the tree, but there's a lot of stuff falling out of the tree behind me. So again, I'm just going to put that on there. And there's the cell that she was in. So I mean, there's a lot of bees in here. So that is the empty thing that she was in. So let's hope they've accepted her and she's actually in here laying. So I don't know if it's the time of the day, but they're flying around me pretty anxy today. I'm not so sure why. Do have quite a few of them. So like I say, we are now looking for all this buckfast queen for Black Mountain honey. She was piping in that cage before we let her into the hive. I was just hoping that she wasn't a virgin and she's done some kind of maiden float or something like that and she hasn't returned, because that won't be good. And again, there's just lots of nectar in these. It's just full up of nectar. No sign of any laying as yet. All I've got to do is see some larvae and we know we're on a winner without even having to look for her. Obviously we're starting on the outside, so we're not going to see that. That's never good when they do that, because that there is signs of a supersedal, but they just can't fill it with anything. They've been building supersedal cells. And there's no sign of any laying in that, which I'm not off to a great start with that. Or in there. Which is again, no sign of anything being laid in that as well. It has been, this is the 8th day now. Today is the 8th day, so you'd like to think you would see some larvae or something in this hive. And there would be no reason why they wouldn't have accepted her, because it was totally queenless. And again, nothing on there. They have been building cells. Where was that cell? There. Obviously there's not going to be nothing in it, but I don't like the fact that they've been building them. But I really hope I haven't just wasted £50. On a queen that's not in here. No signs of any larvae or anything like that, which is never good. There's just lots of larvae in there, nectar in that. So we won't rule this out yet, and it has only been 7 days. You know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of nectar up here, so she might have just gone, they've pushed it down the bottom because of that reason. That is just all nectar and what have you. What I'd be tempted to do with this, if she is in the bottom, swap this over and put that empty super in there with all them empty frames, because this has just got too much nectar in it. And that's why I've put that one on the top in case I need to do something with it. Yeah, You'd have thought there'd have been a little bit of... It's just honey and nectar up here. That's just another heavy frame. Certainly no queen. Again, just all nectar and that as well. So we're not off to the best of starts, but there is a lot of bees in this hive. So let's get into the bottom and hope that she's down there. Just going to shake these bees off onto this box. There seem to be so what we're going to do is we're going to place this one onto this box here, which I'm going to have to get around this side of the camera to do that. That's really stuck. So we're going to place that onto there, and we're going to have a look. And this is where we have really got our fingers crossed, because if they have killed her off, I don't know what to do. I really won't know what to do, because I buy another one and they do it again. You know, and time's running out to get queens as well. Oh, I wouldn't be able to swap it around because this is already a super on here. I forgot about that being a super. Right. Nothing. We're just filling it all with nectar, which is so annoying. There's no signs of any kind of laying from a queen, so I've got a bad feeling about this. I really have. Again, nothing laid in there or in there. That's really not good. Oh, there's a wasp in there. What and how is a wasp doing in there? Why aren't they fighting that wasp off? Again, nothing. It's just all lava. It's all just nectar. The bloody wasps taking every opportunity they can to get in there. No, I would have seen signs by now. Either it was a virgin queen and she was piping because she was a virgin queen and she's gone out and not come back, or they've killed her. It's very frustrating, especially when you're paying that sort of money. It just is. I'm not even looking for the queen. I'm just looking to see if anything was laid, and it's just all nectar, which is worrying me even more, because if I go to stick a queen in here, what I don't want is a load of frames just full of nectar, because that will be a nightmare. I don't know why or what would have happened. You know, to go all that way and spend another £50 and they do it again. I don't know why they would have killed her off. The only trouble is with them Black Mountain honey things with the they get with the fondant, they get through it really quick, so you know they can get to her really quick and kill her off really quick. No, nothing's just all nectar in there, pollen in there, pollen stores. Oh God, I really was on a hope that this wasn't going to happen. You know, and I was just running out of time now. This is going to be next Saturday's the only time I can get this delivery for this queen when I'm home to actually take it. I just don't know what to do now. I don't know whether to try and bite the bullet and put that queen in from that nuke over there, and she come out of here, see if I can get her to go back in. No signs at all of any queen or laying. Oh, that is really disappointing. It really is disappointing. And she was a very, very small queen, so I wouldn't put it past that she was a virgin. I really wouldn't put it past her. Oh, you know, I've got to get a queen in this as well, because, you know, I'm running out of time now. I know we still get a little while, but make your queens start running out. They start running out. I just don't understand. I really don't understand what. I can't see that they would have killed her. You know, this is hopelessly queenless. I could put a frame of eggs in here and let them do their own queen, but it's such a long procedure. It really is. It looks like I'm going to have to bite the bullet and spend another £50 on another queen. That's so annoying. It really is annoying. Nothing at all. I'm going to have to keep a super aside as well, because I'm going to have to put a super or something on top of this, move this one up. I'm going to have to do something when I get this new queen, because they've just filled everything now. At least I can put an empty one down there and give her all the room that she needs by just doing a swap over with this, shoving this one up to the top. No, that is really disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really disappointed with that. I don't understand why they would kill her. Did she go out on a maiden flight because she was a virgin? You know, it's not set in stone that they pipe just because they're a virgin. I really am disappointed. There's not a lot I can do right now. I'll get my thinking cap on. Just wish I could get that queen sooner. I can't. Okay, so let's get that out for a start. let's get this on. That is extremely heavy. There's still a lot of bees in here. There really is a lot of bees still in here. So what we're going to do, let's knock the drones off because they can't get back through. They're trying to get into the brood area and they can't get through this queen excluder. So let's get that off. This one, is it this one that I wanted to keep? I'm sure it was. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Maybe this one I could keep aside. This is one of the ones that I spun. I just want to try and keep some empty ones. It's a case of getting the bees off now. I've left my brush in the garage, which is even more annoying. Oh, it's not working out. I didn't think I was going to need that. Oh, dear. Right, I've just got no room to do anything now with the frames. I tell you what, let's do this a different way. Because all I'm doing is getting bees everywhere. Let's get this back onto here and shake the bees off into the hive rather than falling out through the bottom into the lid. So that's just stupid. I don't even know why I've done that. I need to get the bees out. It's extra hard without your brush. It really is. That one can go back in and we're just going to have to lose one like that because they're working on that nicely. There was some of these that I'd did leave in here, but I want some frames like this purely for when I do get a queen she can start laying, because I'm just running out of room and I'm running out of ideas. I've cleaned it all nicely, so that's the main thing. Just getting them off. It's just, I can't believe I didn't bring my brush with me. See how awkward things get when you're not equipped. I didn't want to use these, and I've picked out potentially one of my worst ones. I wanted to do that as well, because they're my honeycomb ones, so gonna have to do a swap about, because I don't want to start filling that with eggs. Oh, I really don't. So that can go into there. That's got nothing on it at all. Might be able to I'm devastated, I really am. I'm just so annoyed with the fact that that has actually happened. I really was expecting a queen in here. I'm not going to lie. Not in a million years did I think that I wasn't going to have one. You have to expect the worst. And yeah, I have. Oh, and the trouble is, I'm away all weekend as well. I'm going to have to get that delivered this week. I can't even be here for Saturday to take the delivery and get her in the hive, which is even more annoying for me. This is all not planning out very well at all. So let's get this back in here. This one can go in the garage because we're going to need it. You know, at this moment in time, you know what I'm tempted to do? I'm tempted to merge that nuke box back into this hive with that queen and hope that she starts laying a whole lot better. Because I can't bank on my wife being in to take the delivery for me. That is the trouble. And rightfully so, she can't, and if I miss that delivery, that puts me up poo creek even more. So we're just going to move that out of the way of the bees. We'll close this up. I'm going to get this all back together. Bloody wasps. So there we have it. I'm not going to lie, I'm really disappointed with that one. I don't really know what to say because I can't see that they would have killed her. I've got no reason to have killed her, if I'm completely honest with you. If I get another one of these from Black Mountain Honey, you can stall them a bit by putting some tin foil over it, I do believe. I feel that they get into them far too quick. Within about 12 hours, they got through that fondant. Now, you know, they could just kill her. You know, the old time, you keep them in there for 24 hours, then you peel the tabs. So I'm not a great lover of that. But then again, you know, when I was looking in there, she did look a very small queen. And she was piping. I'd done a video on that. She was piping to get out of here. And generally, queens only pipe when they're virgins. So, did she go out on a maiden flight and not come back? It's been 7 days. There would be some kind of laying in there. I would have seen a small amount of larvae by now, 100%. Yeah, you know, worst case scenario, you know, to save the bees, I could merge. You know, I'm even getting to a point where do I merge this queen back into that hive? You know, it's one of those. I don't really, at this moment in time, know what's best to do. They're filling all the laying room now with nectar. So I have got that super I'm going to put away. So at least when we decide, or when we get a queen, do whatever we're going to do, I can remove that bottom super and replace it with that one, so there's plenty of room there just for her to get laying straight away. And then hopefully once she's in there, she's laying, they then just move that nectar out. They've got no purpose of moving that nectar out at the moment. It's pointless to them because they've got no queen there, so they're not going to move it. So, and the annoying thing is, I'm away all weekend. Well, I'm not. I'm away Saturday. If it turned up in the post Saturday, would she be okay? Left overnight for me Sunday morning? Who knows? That's stuff I've got to work out of my own head. Maybe we can get her in a week, get back out here in a week and put a new queen in there. We'll run the risk of them killing her again. Well, what can you do? Unfortunately, that is the downside of beekeeping. And this is why we do these videos. This is why I do these videos. So you can see how it works with your ups and your downs. This is what happens. Real life beekeeping. So, until next time, ciao for now.